So good morning and welcome everyone. My name is Kat Quinn. We're here for a 60-minute all levels Hatha class. And in our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with the notion that contentment comes from outside ourselves. That we need a high-paying career, be in a relationship, have material wealth in order to feel content and complete. By invoking Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of good fortune, abundance, and wealth, we are not only blessed with, yes, material wealth, but also with an inner abundance, allowing us to be grateful for what we already have. In the Tantra yoga lineage, which I'm trained under, the goddesses are aspects of ourselves, and they are present within everybody. So calling upon them can evoke certain qualities that are inherent within us. Lakshmi teaches us that what we really desire isn't more stuff, but the inner experience of abundance and contentment. And because Lakshmi is an aspect of our being, these qualities are inherent within us as well. I used to compare myself to others and what they had, feeling jealous and upset because I was coming from a place of lack. But by practicing yoga and meditating, especially upon Lakshmi, and writing in my gratitude journal, I've been able to shift my focus from my perceived sense of lack to all the abundance in my life. Developing an attitude of gratitude helps us to stop looking outwardly and comparing ourselves with others and what they have, and begin to turn inwards, recognizing that we already have all that we need within. So today, through a hip and heart opening class, we'll work towards softening our boundaries and opening ourselves up to all the abundance in our lives, feeling grateful for what we have. So I invite you to take a tall, comfortable seat, soften or close your eyes, and turn your attention inwards. Notice the quality of your breath without changing it. Notice if it is moving freely and easily. Maybe you have a little shortness of breath this morning. Just notice without judgment. And now begin to breathe in and out of your heart space. So inhale, draw cool air through your nostrils, follow it down your trachea and into your heart center. And then as you exhale, follow the air as it moves up and out, and notice the warm air as it passes your nostrils. Inhale, cool air passes your nostrils and enters down into your heart space. Exhale, follow the air, it moves up and out, and notice the warmth as it passes through your nostrils. Keep breathing in this way, in and out of your heart center. Opening up this space, becoming receptive. Expand on your inhalations. Contract on your exhalations. Lakshmi is the goddess of balance, sustainability, giving and receiving, reciprocity. So allow your breath to be even and balanced. If we live our lives without receiving, we begin to feel dry and malnourished. But without giving, we become narcissistic and arrogant. So balance, reciprocity, giving and receiving. These are all qualities of Lakshmi inherent within us as well. And as you continue to breathe in and out of your heart space, allow Lakshmi's rose gold light to radiate from your being. Rosy, the color of optimism, good health and love. and gold the color of abundance and the inner sense of fullness. And I invite you to think of something that you're grateful for today. Whatever comes to mind, hold it in your heart center. And allow this feeling of gratitude to permeate your whole being. On your next inhale, expand your upper inner body. Feel your heart open to gratitude and abundance. And on your exhale, release your perceived sense of lack. And we'll open our practice with one sound of Om. This is the universal seed sound that unites us all in divine harmony. And there are 3 sounds that together create the sound of Om, an A, O, M sound. You can bring your hands together up at heart center. Let's take a clearing breath in and out first. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale to Om. Exhale, bow your chin towards your chest. Gently flutter your eyes open. Lift your head back up through center. Welcome yourself back into the space. And as you inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, arms down and around to your side. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, down and around at your side. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your right fingertips off to your right hand side. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, side bend here. Plug your left sitting bone down. Breathe into your left side body. Shoulders away from your ears. Maybe look up if that's available for your neck. Inhale lifts you up. Left fingertips down, right arm exhale, arc over. Plug your right sitting bone down into the earth. Grow long through the sides of your body. Gather everything in. Hug into the midline. And then press and pose down to lift up and out through your heart. Maybe arc over a bit deeper. Look up if that's available for your neck. And we'll flow. Inhale up. Exhale over to your right. Inhale up. Exhale over to your left. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, come up and over to your right. Keep your right fingertips on the earth. And then exhale, bring your left arm to a hover. Allow your right ear to drop towards the right shoulder. Shoulders away from your neck. Feel the stretch in the side of your neck. You can move your head around, finding any points of tension, and then breathing into those spaces. Drawing prana energy into these stuck fascia areas, the connective tissue. Then inhale, lift your head up, both arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand down, arc over to your left. And then exhale, hover your right arm. Allow your left ear to drop towards your left shoulder, but both shoulders away from your ears. And you can move your head around. Breathe into any points of tension. Releasing stuck energy. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale, bring your hands to your knees. And then inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, round to your left and back. Inhale to your right and forward. Continue on, drawing hip circles, waking up the body gently. Switch directions. Come back through center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fingertips out in front of you. Just a gentle hip opener to start. No need to round your back and push yourself. Breathe into the stretch. Inhale, walk your hands back through center. Switch the cross of your legs. So now your opposite non-dominant leg is in front. Might feel a little funny. Just fix my cushion here. There we go. And we'll draw the hip circles with this cross-legged. So inhale, lift your chest forward. Now exhale to your right and round back. Inhale to your left and forwards. Exhale to the back. Inhale forwards. Just continue on as you follow the rhythm of your own breath. And switch directions. Inhale through center. Pause here. Reset your foundation. Then inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, turn to your right. Right fingertips tent behind you. Left hand on your right knee. First inhale to lift and lengthen. Then exhale, gentle twist. Maybe look over your right shoulder if that's available for your neck. Every inhale, you lift and lengthen. Every exhale, gentle twist. Just waking up the spine. No need to crank yourself. Breathe into it. Inhale through center, raise both arms up. Exhale, turn to your left, left fingertips behind you, right arm on your opposite knee. Inhale to lift and lengthen first. Then exhale, gentle twist. Look over your left shoulder if that's available for you. Inhale through center, raise both arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fingertips out in front of you. Gentle hip opener to begin with. Come back to smooth, deep breaths. And inhale, walk your hands back up, lift yourself up. And come to bring your right hand into a gentle fist. Begin to just tap the top of your shoulder, kind of your shoulder, a little bit of your neck, your trapezius muscles up here, just waking up gently. This area is great for your immune system. It'll help detoxify, especially this time of year in winter. So, who doesn't need a good immune system boost, especially during a pandemic? And then allow, gently pat your hand down the front of your arm and then up the inside of your arm and back up to the top of your shoulder and then back down the top of your arm and then back up through the inside part of your arm. Back up onto your shoulder and one more time down. And then back up, just giving ourselves a little self-love. Lakshmi is the goddess of love and abundance, but we gotta love ourselves first. And then release that, arms on your knees or thighs, close your eyes and just notice. Notice the difference from side to side. And then gently flutter your eyes open, and we'll do that on your other arm and shoulder. So gentle fist, and begin to just tap the top of your opposite shoulder, getting into the trapezius muscles, waking up the lymph nodes. Keep breathing. And now gently tap down the top of your arm. And then turn your arm up and tap through the inside of your arm, back up to your shoulder. Back down the front of your arm. Up through the inner arm. One more time, down the front. Back up through the inner arm. A couple more taps on the top of your shoulder. And then release your arms down by your sides, on your knees. Turn inwards and just notice. Gently flutter your eyes open, welcome yourself back into the space, and then come to all fours on your mat. Plant your arms, your palms, outer shoulder distance apart, shoulders above your wrists, knees, pelvis distance apart, hips above your knees, tuck your toes under. Inhale here in your neutral tabletop. Exhale, round your back, draw your belly up and in, look between your thighs. Inhale, drop your belly, reach your sit bones high, look forwards or up. Exhale, round in. Continue on as you follow the rhythm of your own breath. And now exhale through neutral. Untuck your toes, bring your toes together to touch, knees out as wide as you feel comfortable, and allow your bottom to reach towards your heels. And then walk your hands out in front of you, bow your forehead to the earth for Balasana, Child's Pose. As you inhale here, expand your back body, creating space between the backs of your ribs. Every exhale, allow yourself to soften a little bit deeper into Child's Pose, releasing the hips. Breathing deeply here. And then inhale, lift your head up. Now for my Ganja yogis, my cannabis yogi enthusiasts, this would be a good time to take a little smoke break. For those of you who are not consuming, you can stay in your juicy child's pose, relaxing here. I'm blazing a high CBD strain called Harlequin. I love CBD rich strains because they are not as clouding for me. I can still think very clearly. And it's anti-inflammatory and anti-anxiety, which is great. So, bon appetit, my friends. And I find cannabis just helps me drop into the present moment, to see the beauty, notice the beauty around everything. So that's why I found cannabis and Lakshmi go really well together, because Lakshmi is beauty, she's radiance, she is the sweetness of life, she's chocolate, which is what I crave whenever I am a little high. And then everyone, inhale, come up through all fours, tuck your toes under, exhale back, downward facing dog. Keep it generous, bend in your knees here so that you can elongate your spine and then reach your sit bones high. Settle into some stillness here. Inflate your upper inner body with your breath, feeling open to grace. Imagine you pull energy from your hands into the base of your heart. Keep that as you lift and spread your sit bones up to the sky. Gather your low belly up and in. And then press from your heart into your hands to lift from your heart up your sit bones and then lengthen down the backs of your legs. And then you can reach one heel down and then the other, walking your dog, getting into the back body, the calves and hamstrings. Inhale, look forward, walk your feet forward to the top of your mat, set them parallel pelvis distance apart. Exhale to bow in. Inhale, halfway lift, grow long from your root to your crown. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise to stand with your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bring your palms to face forward at your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. You can bring your hands to your thighs, shins, the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to switch it up a little bit. So listen. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now as you exhale, bring your fingertips to the earth and step your right foot back. Stay in the ball of your right foot, bring your right knee down. Set your foundation, ground into the earth first. Then inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale here. Inhale, grow long through the sides of your body, feeling poised with grace like Lakshmi would. Keep that as you scissor your inner thighs into one another. Imagine trying to hold a block between your thighs, creating that muscular integrity. And keeping all of that, press from your pelvis down into the earth to lift from your pelvis up through your heart, head, hands. Arc back, maybe look up. Exhale. Plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. You can come through all fours first. Inhale, come forwards to a plank pose. Top of a push-up. Exhale your knees down, then your chest and chin in between your hands. Your bottom sticks up. Untuck your toes. Inhale, slide forward to a cobra. Low to start. No need to push yourself. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, up through all fours. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg straight up and back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose. And then step your right foot in between your hands. Back knee down. This is where you might want your blocks, soup cans, books. You can bring them to either side of your front foot. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands back, straighten your right leg, flex your right toes towards your face. Half splits. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. For those of you who've just joined on, sorry for the technical difficulty. Inhale, forwards one more time. Exhale, back. Now inhale, come forwards. Exhale, lift your back knee off of the earth. Then inhale to step forwards. Lift your heart, halfway lift. Exhale to bow in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. So that was one half of a Hatha Namaskar. We'll do the other side. Balance. Lakshmi. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your fingertips and now step your left foot back. Stand the ball of your left foot, bring your left knee down. Tap into your foundation here. Feel the strength of the earth beneath you. Then inhale, rise up. Arms overhead. Exhale here. Inhale, inflate your upper inner body with your breath, opening up to the beauty and abundance within you. Keep that as you scissor your inner thighs into one another. And then press your pelvis down to lift your heart. Look up. Maybe arc your back. One more inhale. Exhale. Plant your fingertips, lift your back knee up, and step back to downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, forward to plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Untuck your toes, inhale, forwards to a cobra. Exhale, forehead to the earth, tuck your toes under. Inhale, up through all fours. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg straight up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot up. Bring your back knee down. This is where you might want your blocks again, so grab your blocks, soup cans, books, whatever you got. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands back, straighten your left leg, flex those toes. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, come forwards, lift your back knee up. And step forwards, halfway lift when you arrive. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bring your palms by your sides, just notice how you feel. Come back to smooth, deep breaths. Visualize the rose gold light of Lakshmi permeating your being. Tapping into your inner sense of abundance. You have all you need within you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, fingertips towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to plank pose. Top of a push-up. Inhale here. Exhale, come down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Feet are flat. Press all your toenails down into the earth. Bring your fingertips wide off of your mat, in line with your shoulders, and then point your fingers out a little bit. Point your elbows up. Inflate your upper inner body with your breath. Firm the muscles of your arms and legs. And then press your pelvis down into the earth to inhale, lift up, finger stand cobra. Exhale, flow down, forehead kisses the earth. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn to your left, dip your right shoulder and look over your left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your right, dip your left shoulder and look over your right shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your right. Inhale through center. See if you can grow a little taller. And then exhale, come down. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. You can inhale through all fours or inhale through plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg straight up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step your left foot in between your hands. Extend the ball of your back foot. Tap into your foundation here. Feel the earth beneath you. And then inhale, rise up. Arms overhead for high lunge. So in the ball of your back foot, your heels pointing up like so. Try and square your pelvis with the front of the mat. So right hip forward, left hip back. And breathing here, inhale. Exhale, spin your back heel so now it is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Front heel and back arch are in one line. Bend deep into your front knee. Knees stacked on top of your ankle, and you want to be able to see your big toe on the inside of your front knee. Arms out long, spread your fingers wide for warrior two pose. Create length through the sides of your body. Grow tall with integrity, with poise, all the qualities that Lakshmi has. Isometrically, so without moving them, pull your feet together. Hold the midline. And then with Lakshmi's radiant light, emanate outwardly in all directions. Turn your right palm up, or left palm up. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Right hand gently rests on the back of your thigh, maybe your calf. This is a side body stretch. Reverse warrior. Inhale, arms up in line with your shoulders. Exhale, left elbow to your left thigh. Your palm faces up. Then inhale, reach your right arm up in line with your ear. Your palm faces down. Again, long through the sides of your body. Pull energy from your feet into the core of your pelvis. And then press your pelvis down to lift your pelvis up and rotate your heart open even further. Opening your heart up to loving kindness. Then inhale, come back up through center, hands to your hips. And now turn both toes out, heels in, and come down into your goddess squat. Bring your hands on your thighs with your fingers pointing in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn to your left. Dip your right shoulder and look over your left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your right. Dip your left shoulder in. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to your right. Inhale through center. Arms in front of you. Exhale here. Inhale, arms up. Straighten your legs. Exhale, flow down. Bend into your goddess squat. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Moving gracefully. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now, come to bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. You might have to extend your right foot out a little bit further. Your right toes point up to the sky. You're on your right heel. I can't bring my front foot flat. I'm too tight in my hip flexor area, in the groin, so my left heel is up off the earth. You can bring both fingertips in front of you here. It's a Skandasana lunge, a side lunge. And we're going to flow from side to side. So inhale up, walk your hands over. Exhale to your right. Left toes point up. Inhale up. Exhale over. And you can play with balance here. So next time you inhale up, maybe lift your hands up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more time to the back. And inhale up. Exhale over to your front. Keep both hands to the inside of your front leg. Spin forwards. So now your left toes and left foot, heel toe to the outer edge of your mat. Come to your back knee. Keep your back toes tucked under. So back toes are tucked under like so. Both hands on the inside of your front knee. If you need your blocks, you can always bring yourself up on your blocks here. Turn your left toes out at about a 45-degree angle. So, like so. Then flex those toes, then roll onto the baby toe edge of that foot. Try and keep your pelvis square here. Keep your sacrum flat. Come up to your fingertips or up on your blocks. Open up to beauty, grace, abundance. Keep that as you scissor your inner thighs into one another. And then press from your pelvis down into the earth to lift up and out through the crown of your head. You can stay here in this lizard variation, or you can come forearms onto your blocks, maybe onto the earth, whatever is available to you. Again, be gentle and kind with yourself. Breathe into your left hip. We tend to store a lot of tension in our hips, so just notice what comes up for you, any emotions, any feelings, memories. And then bend your back knee. Keep tension on your right fingertips. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale back behind you. See if you can clasp the baby toe edge of your foot. And then pull your hand against your foot and then push your foot out against your hand. Twist open, look over your left shoulder. One more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Plant your palms. Step back to downward facing dog. Settle into some stillness. Notice the difference from side to side here. And then inhale your right leg straight up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Then step your right foot up in between your hands. Settle into your foundation, ground through your feet and your fingers. Then inhale, rise up, arms overhead for high lunge. Settle here. Maybe lift your heart up, look up. One more inhale. Exhale, spin your back heel down so it is parallel. Baby toe edge of your back foot parallel with the back edge of your mat. And if you were to draw a line from your front heel, it would hit right in the middle of your back arch. Then deep into your front knee. Knee stacked on top of ankle. You want to see your big toe through the inside of your front foot. Arms out long, spread your fingers wide. Try and soften a little bit. Notice if you're crunching your shoulders up to your ears. And then gather everything into the midline. Hug muscle to bone. And then radiate this beautiful, abundant energy outwardly in all directions. Turn your right palm up. Inhale, reach your right arm up as you gently rest your left hand on the back of your left leg. Try and lift up from your chest. And inhale, arms in line with your shoulders. Exhale, right elbow on your right thigh. Inhale, reach your left arm up. So it's in line with your ear, palm facing down. Keep breathing here. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to your hips, straighten your front leg, and then turn your toes out, heels in. Come back down to the goddess squat, hands at heart center. And see if you can lift your right heel up, bring it down, left heel up, bring it down, right up, down, left up, down. See if you can do both. Oh my gosh, press your hands together. This will help the balance. And then release your heels. And now come down to the inside of your right leg. Your left toes point up to the sky. Again, I'm not completely down on my right heel. Some of you might have the ability to do so. You can keep your fingertips down on the earth as we flow side to side or challenge our balance. So inhale up, exhale over, inhale up, exhale over, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more to the back. Inhale, come to the front. Keep both hands on the inside of your right knee, and then come to spin to face the front of your mat. So both your hands are on the inside of your right foot, heel toe your right foot out to the right edge of your mat. Left knee down to the earth. Keep your back toes tucked under. Turn your right toes out at a 45-degree angle, flex those toes, then roll onto the baby toe edge of that foot. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Scissor your inner thighs in. Move your sit bones back and apart so your bum will stick up a little bit. Keep that as you scoop your right buttock under. And then press your pelvis down into the earth to grow tall and shine this radiant light out of the crown of your head. You can stay upright or you can come down onto your blocks, onto the earth, and breathe into your right hip. And so the shadow side or the dark side of Lakshmi's energy can be attachment to material things, corruption, greed, compulsive consumerism. We're seeing this in the world right now. It's crazy. We also are very quick to criticize and judge. ourselves and others. So again, balancing these energies is very important. If you're all the way down on your fingertips, inhale, come up on, or all the way down on your forearms, come up to your fingertips. Bend your back leg, stay tension on your left fingertips. Inhale, right arm up, exhale, back behind you. Clasp the baby toe edge of that foot. Pull your hand in against your foot, then push your foot out against your hand. Twist open, look over your right shoulder, breathe. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. Plant your palms and step back. Downward facing dog. Sway your hips a little side to side here. Release any tightness. Inhale, come forwards to a plank pose. Top of push-up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, slide forward to a cobra. Maybe you can lift up a little higher now. Keep your tailbone tucking under. Press all your toenails down. Exhale, release. Inhale, up through plank or all fours. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down to the earth. And come to bring your knees pelvis distance apart. Feet right behind your knees. You want all your toes to point straight back. Try and actively press all your toenails down into the earth. Inhale, reach your sit bones high. Get a nice low lumbar curve here. Keep all of that. Maybe grab your cannabis and come sit in between your heels. So if this doesn't feel right for you too much, or your quads are screaming, you can grab your block and sit up on your block any level you want for Virasana pose. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Hug your legs up and into your pelvis. And then press from your pelvis down to grow tall. And for my Ganja Yogis, this is a good time to light up. For those of you who are not consuming, you can breathe here. If you want to go further into the pose, just be mindful your knees stay exactly where they are. They don't lift up. They don't come splaying apart. You can come bring your hands behind you and lean back, lift your heart up. You can even go a little bit further and bring your forearms down. Lift your chest up. Again, just make sure your knees are staying exactly where they are. And if you let your head go, slide your ears and throat back, then release your head. And as you offer your heart up to the sky, I'd like you to think of something else that you're grateful for today. Cultivating this attitude of gratitude, which slowly shifts our focus from the negative to the positive, from seeing all that we're lacking to the abundance in our lives and within. For those of you who are all the way down, you can come up onto your elbows, then plant one palm underneath your shoulder, then the other, lift yourselves back up. Come forwards onto all fours. Stretch one leg out, rock a little frontwards and backwards, allowing the blood to flow through that leg again. And then switch. Pulse frontwards and backwards. And now we're coming into camel pose. We're going to be putting a lot of weight on our knees. So personally, I like to fold my mat over. So you can grab the edges of your mat, lift your mat up, and then bring it so that it folds over. So you've got a nice cushion for your knees. Bring your knees up onto your fold. Tuck your toes under, feet right behind your knees. Bring your hands to your low back, your sacrum. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Grow long from your hip bones to your armpits, creating that poised sense of integrity in your posture. Keep that as you gather your shoulder blades into one another in your back. Hold the midline and then press your pelvis down into the earth to lift upward and pelvis up through your heart and head. Lean back, hold this muscular energy. We're not going all the way down yet, just breathe here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come to sit on your heels. If you can, keep your toes tucked under for a nice little foot stretch. Might have to encourage the little baby toe to fold under. And just breathe here, feel the energy in your heart center. Then inhale, come back up. Your foundation should be set already, but just check your feet are right behind your knees. Hands to your low back, your sacrum. Inhale, lift and lengthen, grow tall. Gather your shoulder blades in, hug your muscle to bone, and press your pelvis down to lift up through your heart, lean back. This time you might be able to bring your hands to your heels. Press your hips forward. Breathe into your heart center. Again, if you let your head go back, first slide your ears and throat back, then let your head go. Breathe into your heart center, filling yourself up with abundant, radiant light. And then inhale to come up, squeeze your muscles, gather in, lift up evenly through both sides. And then untuck your toes, feet flat, come to sit down on your feet. Pause here and feel the heart space energy. And then gently flutter your eyes open. We'll do one more. Lift up. This time, you can either keep your toes tucked under, or if you want to go even deeper, bring the tops of your feet flat. Again, check your feet are right behind your knees. Try and press all your toenails down into the earth if your feet are flat. Hands to your low back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Gather your shoulder blades in, and then press your pelvis down to lift your heart up. Lean back. And you might be able to bring your hands down to your heels. Lift your hips up, lift your heart up. If you allow your head to drop back, slide your ears and throat back first. Breathe. Inhale, come up evenly on both sides. Exhale, sit on your heels. Turn inwards and notice the effects that this big heart opener has. Gently flutter your eyes open. You can unfold your mat if you had folded it. And then come to lie down on your back. I'm trying to line up with there we go. I think you can see me. All right, so plant your feet parallel, pelvis distance apart, right underneath your knees. And then arms down by your sides, palms down. We're going to do a dynamic pit bridge pose. So as you inhale, lift your hips up and your arms up. Inhale to the top of your inhale, lift your hips up here. Then exhale, flow down your hips, your arms down by your sides. Inhale up, lift your hips up, arms up. Exhale down. 2 more times on your own. And when you're you're done your 5th flowing bridge, gather your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a hug. You can rock a little side to side here. And then as you exhale, allow both knees to drop over to your right hand side. You can bring your arms out to a cactus shape, a T shape. I like to keep my right hand on my left knee. And then open up your left arm out to the left, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, head through center, knees through center. Exhale, knees over to your left. Open up and turn your head to your right if that's available on your neck. Inhale, head and knees through center. And now come to feed your hands through the inside of your thighs to grab either your calves, your ankles, tops of your shins, maybe the baby toe edges of your feet. But you want your low back to stay on the earth here. So even for me, because I haven't really opened up yet, I'm going to hold on to my ankles. Flex your feet. It's like we're in that goddess squat that we were in, but lying down on our back with our feet up to the sky. And you can rock a little side to side here. This is called Ananda Balasana, happy baby. So just think of a content baby playing around in its crib. You can straighten one leg and then the other. Maybe both legs. Whatever feels natural and right in your body. And then hug your knees in towards your chest again. And to come up to a seat, you can either rock and roll up and down your spine, or you can roll over to one side and lift yourselves up. I'm probably going to go a little bit over than an hour just because of the technical difficulty, and we can, but if you have to log off, thank you for joining me. We're going to practice Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. This is the alternate nostril breathing. It helps balance the energy channels in our body. And because Lakshmi is the goddess of balance, sustainability, harmony, this is a beautiful practice to tap into that energy. So your right hand comes in front of your face, your thumb closes your right nostril, your middle and index finger close your left nostril. We alternate between the two. Before plugging any nostril, let's take a clearing breath in and out first. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale through both nostrils. Plug your right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left nostril. Plug, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug, exhale left. At the bottom of your exhale, release your hand back to your thigh. Turn inwards again. Notice how you feel different now to the beginning of practice. And I'd like to share with you a guided meditation from Sally Kempton's book, Awakening Shakti. There's a whole chapter on Lakshmi. So, settle into your tall seat here. And imagine that you are seated upon a cushion on a beautiful, lush green lawn. The grass is dewy and lustrous, and behind you is a spreading tree. The tree is in bloom, covered with fragrant pink and red flowers. As you look down, you realize that the seat you are sitting on is studded with gems, that the cushions are silk, and that everything in the environment is shining with light. In front of you, an aquamarine ocean glimmers, and small waves lap on a beach whose pebbles are pearls. The air is fragrant with the scent of blossoms. Over the ocean, you see the form of the goddess Lakshmi appearing, as if rising from the waves. She is tall and slender, with golden skin and long, lustrous hair. Her rosy pink sari falls over a perfect body. As you watch, she glides over the water and steps onto the pearly beach. As she walks towards you, a jeweled bench appears, and Lakshmi seats herself upon it, facing you, just a few feet away. She is smiling, and her eyes invite you to meet her gaze. Her eyes, which are enormous, dark, fringed with long, curling lashes, are looking into yours with infinite love. She wears a gold crown on her waving dark hair and necklaces of gold, rubies, and diamonds around her neck. Her arms are heavy with golden, jeweled bracelets, and her silken sari is sprinkled with gold dust. Her smile is infinitely loving. As you gaze into her eyes, you realize that she sees into your soul, that she knows you, that she loves you infinitely. She invites you to ask for a gift of grace. Now you begin to sense her love flowing toward you as a stream of rose gold light. You can visualize this light energy or simply feel it as a current of loving sweetness. This light, Lakshmi's blessing, is flowing toward you, and with your inhalation you draw into your body. With your exhalation you feel the energy moving through your heart. Breathing in the Lakshmi energy, the energy of love and blessing, the energy of divine abundance. Feel that her blessing is filling you with her own qualities: beauty, love, gratitude, forgiveness, generosity, healing, and the power to bless. Allow yourself to take in the light of Lakshmi with each breath. Allow the light energy to spread through your being. Breathe out your resistance and doubts, and allow Lakshmi to absorb and bless them. welcome to stay in this meditative seat or come to lie down on your back for a traditional Shavasana. Bring your feet wider than hip width apart, maybe as wide as your mat, arms down by your sides with your palms facing up. Let go of any breath work, any breathing control. Allow yourself to be soft for Shavasana. yourself back to the present moment. Deepen your breath. Invite some gentle movement to your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. Inhale, reach behind you. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself one final loving embrace. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side and just pause here a moment to thank yourself for taking the time today, turning inwards and connecting to your soul, your mind and body. And then very gently lift yourself up to your seat. Your head follows your heart. Take a nice comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice with one more sound of Om. Bring your hands together at heart center, clearing breath in and out first. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to Om. May you invoke the loving energy of the goddess Lakshmi from deep within, cultivating an inner sense of abundance by allowing yourself to be grateful for what you already have. From my heart to yours, namaste.